All right, we're back at it again. Hello, hello. My name is Shavariel, and I wanted to talk about this topic. I was at a park and I saw a group of teenage girls walking by. And so I went over just to see what they would like to hear about in videos online. And one of the girls said, she said, talking behind your back. And I said, okay, in relationships or friendships? And she said, in relationships. So here's what I'm going to talk about. That's what I'm going to talk about right now. So, guys talk too. I don't know what this what do they call that? Okay, I don't know the word, but I don't know what this facade is about. Men don't talk, women talk. Women do talk, but men talk too. Some men talk more than women, and when I say talk, I mean gossip. Okay, about what you two are doing. And I've had that, I've experienced that where the person I was with at that time, he let me know something. He was just like, yeah, I was like talking to my homeboy and I was just like telling him whoop, 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 whoop. And I was like, excuse me? You what? How does that, when I talk to my friends, I'm not saying anything about what me and this person are doing. It's none of their business. And why does that need to come up? So when he told me, I was like, oh, mm, mm, I see what kind you are. Mm, talk too much. I don't care if it was a pillow talk. You talk too much. So why do guys do that? Why do some guys do that? Some, not all guys, but and I say guys because not just because that man is a man doesn't mean he's a man. Okay, he has the appearance of a man. He's not a man. And there's this life coach that I watch on YouTube. Call that call that dude a grown boy. Well, he is, but that's his term. I say dude just because he's a man don't mean he's a man. So with guys, that's my thing. Guys or dudes that talk like that, and you dated them, or maybe you didn't date. Maybe you were just talking to see if you could date, and they turn around and talk about you like that, like a dog. He didn't care about you. He didn't get his way with something, or he's doing it, or he's talking about you out of spite. That's only two conclusions I can come up with. But either way, it's inappropriate and it's uncalled for. Stay away from guys like that. It's whoa, especially if you're in high school or any age, any age. There is no need for a guy to talk about a woman, especially if he's dated her, to go out and spurt all your business. Is just unnecessary. Why would you do that? No, because he didn't get his way with something, or he's being spiteful. And with guys like that, I mean, I've heard of guys just singing for no reason. And when I mean sing, I mean gossip about for no reason. And so with a situation like that, stay away from guys like that. If he's talking about you, and if say like you're in school or college or something like that, or you have a mutual friend group, so y'all are past the high school days or middle school, you pass middle school, past high school, past college. Okay, now you're in a mutual group of connections, right? And he's talking about you. I mean, obviously you can't control him, but if anybody asks you about it, like to say, hey, Steven was just ranting about us, about what you two did, and you can say, well, look, here's what your reaction is. I'm not sure what Steven is going through. Okay. I don't know what Daquan is going through. Okay. I don't know what Kareem is going through. And I don't mean a basketball player. It's men out here named Kareem. I like that name, Kareem. That's nice. I don't know what Kareem is going through. But it has nothing to do with the interaction he and I had. If he's being mean and spiteful, you guys call him on it. Just say like, hey, we only asked you, did you want to go to Blaze Pizza? We didn't ask you about Stephanie. We didn't ask you about Ashley. We didn't ask you. You be like, man, is you all right? Like, you telling all your business. That's not right. That's not right. They have therapists for that. That's not right. So, but don't talk about him though, because you got to think about it. And I was watching a pastor, and he said, well, you talking about what he did, and you calling him a dog. Well, what does that make you? A dog lover. Because you dated that guy knowing he was like that. Now you want to talk about him like he a dog. Well, because obviously you like that dog, so and you became a dog lover. Okay? So that's what that was. And I was like, oh, truth hurts, doesn't it? For me, I'm telling myself that way. I was like, man, truth hurts, doesn't it? Because now you want to talk about this guy like something wrong with him, and it is something wrong with him. But you knew that, and you continued to date this guy. I didn't did it. So it's like, well, man, I was a dog lover. Oh, Shavariel, get yourself together, girl. Don't do that again. And so yeah, just stay away from guys like that, and don't talk about him though, because in the midst of him talking about you and you talking about him, y'all talk about each other. Y'all look crazy. Okay. Do it the wealthy people way. I'm not going to have this conversation with you. Isn't that what wealthy people do? I'm not going to have this conversation with you. I'm not going to argue with you. And it's the wealth of the mind. I don't know what you have going on, but I can see it is affecting you. It's affecting you so much that you would talk so badly about me. And I have children, and I have a mother, and I have a father. That's how they sound. That is how they sound. And I don't say they to put it in a specific group. I'm just talking the wealth of the mind. When people want to advert the conversation to say like, yeah, such and such was talking about you, and they was telling all your business, and this is what happened when y'all went on a date on September 3rd, and this is what happened when you two broke up on November 18th, and this is what happened, and you just like so speechless. Because number one, if you care about a friend and you hear something like that, you should be like, hey, I don't know what happened between you and Keisha, but how you talking about her is real foul out the mouth. You out of line. No, this ain't the time nor the place. If you have that kind of grievances with her, well, you need to talk to her. And if she won't talk to you, well, you have therapists to help you out with that. Don't be talking about my girl like that. And I didn't come over here for you to talk about her like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So you got to really, really put somebody like on notice, like, hey, what you doing is inappropriate. And the reason why I did it in that tone, it's just like, I have a family. You can do it. You can do a hood too. Like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I can tell it's like really hurting you right now. You talking about me, my kids, my children is hearing it. I got a wife at home, and you talking all out your mouth. If it was a woman talking about a man, then he would say something like that. For a woman being talked about by a man, it would go something like this. you know, you're being real disrespectful. You're being disrespectful because you're telling people our past history. Okay, that has nothing to do with what today is. Okay, it's affecting my family. Stop it. Okay, I don't even talk to you, and that was 2 or 3 years ago. Why are you still talking about me? Go on, move on with your life. Be happy. I'm living my best life over here. Okay, I don't know what's going on with you. I don't tell me. I don't know what's going on with you. But whatever it is, please keep my name from being talked about by you. Okay, keep my name out of your mouth, please. Okay, I hadn't talked to you in years, and you're bringing this up around my friends. They don't even know the situation, and it's 2022. Why are we talking about this? Please stop talking about me in a negative light. Okay? May God bless you. Take care. And you just go on about your day. Just go on about your day. But whoever's bringing you that information, I'd be side eyeing them too. I know they want to be a good person, just let you know, like, you know, hey, so and so is, and you know what? You do have some good people. That's just like, hey, so and so is saying this about you, girl, and you know, I didn't think it was right, so that's why I'm telling you. Now, your response to that is you don't tell a person what you're going to tell the guy who's talking about you behind your back. You go and I don't want to say approach him because you never know what a person's mental is like, but you go handle that. That's all I can say, in a safe way. If you need to stay away from that person, stay away. There's no need for confrontation. I don't promote violence here. I promote peace of mind. Okay? Peace of mind, peace of heart, peace of soul. Peace within your soul. If he ain't worth it, he ain't worth it. Don't even go over there. Okay? But for other messengers who's just like, yeah, girl, they was telling me about y'all did this and that, and I was like, oh, she did say something like that back then, and you just like, well, what did you say? That's the next question that comes. Well, what did you say? I have been asked that too. Well, what did you say? And if they just like, well, wanted to engage in that conversation, I'd be looking at that person's side eye. If that guy was talking about you to people who are close to you, and all they did was, well, why? What happened? What do you mean? I thought right there. Be like, well, like, what do you mean? She did this. Well, I thought she told you. So you out of line right there, because now you telling stuff that the girl told you to tell this guy who's talking about your friend. Who's talking about this girl? No. You say, look, now's not the time. It's not the time. This is really inappropriate. You shouldn't be talking about her like that. And didn't you date her? So you talking about somebody who you used to date? When you the person who was like telling us how in love you were with her? Now you talking about her, right? Yeah, you out of line. Go on. We don't want to hear it. Go on. So the games people play, some people, not all people. You have good people in this world. You have wonderful people in this world. And then you have some gremlin personalities out there. But just look out for that and just move on with your life in a better direction. That person that's doing that talking about you behind your back, girl, and you dated that guy, he don't know it, but it's shining a light not on you. It's shining a light on him. Because why would you be saying all that personal information? And you know what? The people around him aren't going to say anything, but they look at him as untrustworthy. Because if he's talking about you, certainly he's going to be talking about them to other people. I don't care if it's business, I don't care if it's investments, I don't care if it's work, I don't care if it's personal. Those people are looking at him, his inner circle, they may not tell him, but they looking at him crazy too. To say like, well, man, he's saying all, do we want to include him in this Microsoft deal? Do we want to include him in this Google meeting? If he talking like this, he might say something in the middle of the meeting, make it look like he have Tourette syndrome. That's a really, I'm not saying he does, because, that's a really serious condition, but he might pop up and say something, wow, we don't have time for this. Yeah, let's not include them in this. We it's gonna be us here, but he needs help, obviously. But we not gonna tell him. He gonna have to figure that out by himself. And sure enough, the people around him feel like that. They may not tell him, but that makes him look bad. And if you're a woman talking about a guy like that, telling his business and what he do, you ain't right either. And something's wrong with you too. You do not treat people like that by telling their business. That's not the way to do it. Because all that does is, when you talk about a person in that light, unwarranted. Now, if it's something like with my situation where it's like physically abusive to help others, then okay, I can understand that. Because I'm not just telling his side, I'm telling my side too, my accountability. Because it's his truth, my truth, and then the truth. So if you're just saying that stuff just to say it about a person, guy, girl, whatever, man, woman, lady, woman, dude, guy, whatever, it makes you look real bad. And your circle may not tell you because of the amount of money that you have or the status that you have. But trust and believe, I'm talking about that person like that for no reason, all because you're not healed and you have not gone to seek help about that situation, and it's affected you today. Now's the time to go start your healing, but not with those around you, because you telling that type of business, people burn out eventually. They don't want to hear all your issues and your problems. We got enough of that in the world. There's enough issues in the world to fight on a regular basis and legitimately. But with that nonsense brings drama. We're not here for it. Say that drama for the theaters, for the films. We get that. We get that entertainment there. Real life drama is nothing to be played with, especially when it comes to people's lives and gossip and bullying, cyberbullying, and all this stuff. That stuff is nothing to play with. So, and if you're around that person, I would just mention like, hey, have you ever considered therapy, or speaking to somebody? Because that what you're saying is like really serious, and it sounds hurtful on behalf of that other person. Seek help. That's all I can say. But that's what I wanted to bring up. So I know that will be helpful. And let's treat each other better and be productive. Be productive in what your purpose is and sticking to God's will. All right. So you have a good evening, and we'll talk again. Have a good day.